Okay, Anne, good day. Tell us please about your report and your studies which you are presenting at this conference.
Well, we are presenting some of the results of our work. We've been studying the performance of Russia in what we called shared prosperity, which is how well has it been doing in growing and improving the economic welfare of those at the bottom of the distribution. We find that in the last 10 years, Russia has done extremely well in terms of not just growing, but also growing at the bottom of the distribution. So in terms of shared prosperity, it has done better than all the other BRICS. It has generated a lot of upward economic mobility. So we've seen poverty reduce quite considerably, but especially we've seen the emergence of a very large middle class. The middle class has doubled in size between 2001 and 2011, and it now represents about 60% of the Russian population.
What is your opinion as a member of the World Bank? What do you actually think about the estimates which Russia could reach in the next 5 years, judging by what you have said about the poverty, about the prosperity and so on?
Well, one of the challenges is that the last 10 years were obviously very favorable global economic context, not just for Russia, but for all producers of commodities. So as a result, Russia had a strong growth, a growth pattern to build on. There was a bit of a commodity boom that helped create a lot of jobs also in the non-tradable sector like construction and services, and these obviously help people get jobs, increase wages. Going forward, it's going to be a bit more tricky because the global economic context is much less favorable. You have low oil prices. We think they will be low for some time. You have less fiscal space. So what we're arguing in the report is that there needs to be a rebalancing of policy priorities, a bigger role for the private sector to lead job creation. So important to establish the conditions for the private sector to be competitive and grow. We also think there needs to be a bit of attention to regional disparities because Russia on average has done very well, but there are very large differences between different parts of the country. And we think that it's critical to improve service delivery and the quality of services, especially in areas like education, health, basic municipal infrastructure, and so forth. And we really highlight the importance of education at all levels.
Okay, and the last question is, what roundtables or discussions are you going to take part at?
We've had a number of discussions. I just participated in a session on the equity implications of fiscal policy. So we talked about things such as how do taxes and spending patterns influence inequality in Russia. We also talked a bit about what has happened to wage inequality in Russia over the last decade. It has actually fallen quite substantially. We will be participating in a number of other sessions that talk about aging and also about diversification of the Russian economy.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.